Blessings and welcome everyone. Just a reminder before we begin. Your rising sign horoscope will give you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign horoscope may show up, and your moon sign horoscope will give you the less prominent side story that'll also be playing out for this 2-week period. Remember, horoscopes serve best when observed, like a weather or traffic report. You have influence over all outcomes with your thoughts, actions, choices, and deeds. Use the information that presents to help you make the highest choices for the highest outcomes. If you wish to schedule any of my services or like access to more content via my Patreon, follow the links below or go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Libra. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your third week of March 2021. And just a quick heads up for you, once again, we're going to be talking about astrology that lasts for more than 1 week in its influence, so you want to make sure you keep track of that. The cards we'll be talking about for this week are just this week, of course, but the astrology, because we're talking about a new moon, is actually going to be very strongly felt between now, the 11th, and the 25th. And this new moon is even more powerful than that, a normal new moon, because it's actually combined with Neptune and Venus in its power that it's actually providing for everybody. Because this new moon itself actually is conjunct Neptune and conjunct Pisces, which is merging all of their energies together to work in harmony. This is where we have Neptune, which is the planet of the etheric, fantasy, dreams, right? Connecting to a lunar aspect that is about a new beginning. So we are actually seeing the opportunity for a physicalization, something to actually come into your reality that you have kept as a fantasy, something that you have maybe been wanting, something that you've been desiring, and something that you have maybe entertained or even played a bit of escapism with, that now actually can become very real and a part of your everyday experience. And we also have Venus involved, which is going to be bringing in and attracting the social, material, and atmospheric support, right? Bringing all of the ingredients together, bringing all of the necessary parts together to make it so. And as this occurs, right, this window between the 11th and the 15th, you're going to need to see where we can actually quickly adjust and quickly welcome these opportunities for ourselves. Now, this is occurring in your 6th house of work, your reputation, your schedule, your service to the world, what you provide to people, and your team. And so you might actually find that over the course of this next 2 weeks, a lot of dream job opportunities are popping up for you. Dream schedules, maybe dream roles, maybe even opportunities to start getting into a line of work that really does do it for you, that really helps you come to a place of feeling like you've arrived. You're really performing your function that is most natural to you. And you're doing it with people that are all incredibly supportive and also of equal skill and equal passion. Now, this may be also drawing in a lot of customers, a lot of clients, making you very popular. Venus in the 6th house, we do see a popularity boost around us as well. So if you're looking to actually draw attention to yourself, please do so during this time. Just make sure that you understand that with this Venus in the 6th, your reputation that you set for yourself during this time is going to be something that you are going to want to make sure is the impression you want to last for some time, because with Neptune involved, people are going to be associating you with this more than anything else. Of course, we can change our reputation down the road and all of that, but we want to make sure that we are drawing in everyone and everything that is most resonant with our dream, in a way where it's most supportive in the now, as opposed to maybe going through a lot of amalgams and a lot of self-corrections later. So it's incredibly supportive of you, but it's also something that won't hold you back, when you might want something to hold you back. So you want to put yourself out there and make sure that you're doing it in such a way that you're always interacting with those that you want to continue interacting with. And as we get into, the next few weeks, I think that it's going to be easier for you to perfect this method, and you are going to find that you're not going to want to spend a lot of time anywhere else. Like your work, your job, the services you're offering with Venus involved are also becoming a lot more valuable at this time. So, enjoy it. As we get onto your cards, when it comes to your spiritual theme of this week, you've got the Eight of Cups in reverse. I'm actually seeing a lot of you Libra people getting challenged to stop turning over the same stones. Really paying attention to that Eight of Cups reversed, juxtaposed, to that new moon energy. This focus is on the new. Is there anything that you might still be constantly trying to re-examine? Anything that you're constantly trying to go backwards to? Or anything that you are maybe wanting to change into what you want instead of leaving a situation that's not giving you what you want? Because with the Eight of Cups reversed, I'm actually getting this very strong, hey, if you're trying so hard to maybe just push something to be different for you, or push something to be in alignment with you, you actually would be better off trying to manifest and attract in an alternative, especially throughout the course of this week when it comes to maybe work, when it comes to your social life. Really think about where you might need to see, am I holding myself back? Again, turning over the same stone, constantly going back in time, reinvestigating, rechecking, checking, always going back to the same spaces, the same routines, the same problem-solving methods. This is an opportunity to break out and break free. In fact, as we get on to your material shifts when it comes to your work, your job, and your finances, you've got the Five of Wands upright. Opportunities that you weren't even asking for are going to start flying up for you to consider. The Five of Wands, I see a lot of you being not only very busy, very active, but you may find that to a certain degree, maybe certain income avenues or certain jobs you're looking at are starting to become a bit more demanding in a way that they are paying out, but we don't want to feel demanded. We want it to feel like it's a perfect fit. So there might be some work we have to do around that, whether it's resetting things, checking our schedule, maybe renegotiating if you're in an interview process. However, I do find with the Five of Wands, a lot of you are also, yes, becoming very popular, becoming in very high demand. So maybe you also want to just make sure that you are more available to be in high demand. Sometimes, with this, I feel like it's the case that something you thought would start small is actually starting to snowball and pick up a lot of speed where you didn't think it would. It's going to be sort of the cure for what ails, especially if you feel like maybe business has been slow, you're not getting a chance to interact with the right people, you want more competitive or higher responsibility gigs. This is the week where you're going to get it. But you want to make sure that you are engaging it as well. When it's put out there, you want to say yes and go and engage it. You don't want it to be like, come to me, win me over, woo me, I'm high maintenance. Actually, that's a shield. I'm actually really scared. Don't do that, right? We want to step into our power and see what we can do now that, the games have begun. As we get on to your communications, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you got the Ace of Swords upright. It does look like a friend or a relative is actually going to be providing you with some kind of gift that is actually going to allow for something that has been waiting at the starting line to finally go. Something that maybe you've been waiting to start, something that maybe you didn't think you could actually get on the road with, or something that's been in a holding pattern for too long. The Ace of Swords is indicating that something that is done either on your behalf or a message that is exchanged with or for you is going to actually finally get that ball rolling. And what I like about the Ace of Swords, I've often termed this as the green light card. You may be also finding that this is sealing deals when it comes to maybe things you needed permission for, approval for, or getting something to go faster because waiting would be either impractical, or maybe waiting would just mean something was going to show up too late or be too difficult to work on at that time. The Ace of Swords is doing a bit of correction here, which is allowing for things to not only speed up, but also allowing things to get a move on. We also have for your challenge this week the Ten of Cups upright. You don't have any overarching challenges this week. Okay, this is the thing. The challenge with the Ten of Cups ultimately means maintaining the trajectory towards this happy, perfect environment, which is conducive to all of that abundance, that joy, and that love that you want to continue to flourish around you. Because with the Ten of Cups, what is happening is we see a lot of stories, difficult or easy, coming to an end this week. And they're coming to an end in a way that actually is, even sad stories can have a happy ending. Even arduous, efforts can have a happy payoff. And we're starting to see a lot of these payoffs show up throughout this week. But with the Ten of Cups, your challenge is to let the ending be the ending, right? Don't go back to that Eight of Cups reversed and keep turning over stones. Don't sabotage by restarting things that don't need to be restarted anymore. Don't be the one who is the disruptor of your own paradise, because the Ten of Cups is offering not only assistance with the clearing, but a protection for what is. And if you're on the inside of that protection, then you are responsible for also co-creating that protection and maintaining that harmony. I don't see any overarching issues that are going to be with you from one day to the next, because so much is getting wrapped up for you. It's awesome. As we get onto your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you actually have the Knight of Cups upright. And I'm actually seeing a lot of you Libra people having somebody approach you this week. Somebody going out of their way to make their intentions known. Now, this could be, of course, through any number of avenues. I feel for a lot of you available Libras, a lot of you single Libras out there. It may be that this is coming in a way that is pretty obvious. This is, or maybe coming from a space that's pretty obvious, right? It's pretty obvious if somebody's trying to date us on a dating app. But the Knight of Cups is indicating that something is being shared with you in a very heartfelt way, in a very deeply personal way. Somebody's letting you show who they really are, not their representative, right? Not the person they want to be, but the person that they are in their heart. They're showing you exactly who you are getting in this relationship opportunity, if you will have it. And the cool thing about the Knight of Cups is that it does feel like it actually touches you. It does feel like something that actually does strike a chord, and it may be worth investigating further. For those of you who are currently coupled, your partner is becoming a lot more affectionate, a lot more romantic, bringing in a lot more of the sentimental into your romantic lives, into your coupling, into your marriage. In fact, with the Knight of Cups, I'm actually seeing this sentimentality is actually extending beyond the relationship. They're carrying on all of their social interactions in more healthy and soulful ways, possibly even letting this be channeled into their own work, their own creativity, their own spirituality, and creating a much deeper and much more profound relationship for you to play in as well, right? We are bringing in that opportunity for emotional honesty, which is setting the bar for a new level of not only emotional availability and emotional exchange, but a deeper exchange and a deeper maturity in this relationship as well. So that's what I've got for you, Libra. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.